Okay, so you're ready to launch that project you've been dreaming of.
Yeah.
But hitting that funding goal, it can feel like a little bit like climbing Mount Everest, right?
Yeah.
Well, today we are ditching those traditional fundraising trails. We're strapping on our gear and we're going deep. We're doing a deep dive into the world of social financing.
Yeah, that's right.
We're going to turn your audience into your biggest fans.
Exactly.
The people who will not just believe in your vision,
Yeah.
but they're ready to invest in making it a reality.
Absolutely. And that's what's really exciting about it, right? It's not just about asking for handouts.
Right.
It's about getting people genuinely invested in your idea.
And trust me,
Yeah.
this isn't about like sending out a few hopeful tweets asking for cash.
Right.
It's about crafting a campaign that pops,
Yes.
that pulls people in, and frankly, makes them feel like they would be missing out if they didn't jump on board.
It's true.
Okay, this is big.
It's FOMO, right?
Yes.
Fear of missing out.
Yes, exactly.
right.
Tap into that.
It's all psychology. Okay. Now, before we even think about hitting that launch button,
Right.
we need a rock-solid game plan.
Absolutely.
Okay.
You can't just wing it.
No.
You can't just throw something up there and hope for the best.
There's a strategy involved.
There's a strategy.
There's a strategy.
Absolutely.
It all starts with understanding the lay of the land.
Yes.
Okay.
100%.
So first things first.
Okay, lay it on me.
Let's talk about setting a realistic funding goal.
Okay.
It's not enough to just pull a number out of thin air.
No. We need a number firmly grounded in the reality of your project's costs.
Yes.
And the size of your network.
Yes. And that's huge. You got to know your network. Think of it like, planning an epic adventure trip, right? You wouldn't book those non-refundable plane tickets without knowing if you could afford, the rest of the journey, would you?
Exactly.
You got to think about the whole picture.
And speaking of choosing the right path, we need to talk platforms.
Yes.
Kickstarter, GoFundMe, Indiegogo.
So many options.
It's like stepping into a bustling marketplace.
Right.
Each stall bursting with potential, but catering to a slightly different crowd.
Each one has its own vibe, its own personality.
Okay. So tell me more about that. How do we know?
Okay, so let's break it down. Kickstarter, for instance, they thrive on these creative projects.
Oh.
The ones that are bursting with innovation.
Avant-garde.
Yes, avant-garde, exactly.
Love it.
GoFundMe tends to attract more of those personal causes, those stories that really tug at the heartstrings.
Yeah, those ones get you.
They really get you, and they inspire this wave of support. And then you got Indiegogo. That's like the tech haven.
Okay.
That's where you find all the cutting-edge gadgets and groundbreaking innovations.
Right.
So choosing the right platform, that's crucial. You got to tap into a tribe that vibes with your project's, core essence.
So it's like finding your people.
Find your people.
The ones who speak your language, understand your vision.
100%. You got to find your tribe.
Yes. Now, once you've found your tribe, you need to give them a reason to rally behind your cause. And that's where I think the art of storytelling comes in.
Storytelling is everything.
It is.
It's not just about, hey, I need money for this. No. You got to craft a narrative, and I mean really craft it. Something that does more than just state your needs. It's got to paint a picture.
Yes.
So vivid, so compelling that people, they can't help but feel invested in your journey.
And I would say, thinking back to some of my favorite campaigns that I've seen,
Yes.
they answer very specific questions.
Right.
It's like, what problem are you solving? What dream are you chasing?
Yeah.
This is your chance to tap into the emotional core of your project.
Yeah.
Right. And make people feel like they're a part of something truly special.
Yes. Give them that sense of ownership. Make them feel like they're part of the journey.
Exactly.
That's huge.
It's like those movie trailers that leave you on the edge of your seat, dying to know what happens next.
Hook 'em.
And just like a blockbuster movie needs stunning visuals and a gripping storyline,
Absolutely.
your campaign needs to captivate those potential backers right from the get-go.
First impressions are everything.
Think like high-quality images
Yes.
that pop. Maybe a video that pulls them into your world.
Oh, yeah. Videos are huge.
And copywriting, like snappy copywriting.
Yeah, you got to keep them engaged.
That sings. Remember, you're not just presenting a project here.
Oh.
You're selling a vision.
100%. You're selling a feeling.
Yes.
You're selling an experience.
And you need a place to, showcase all of that.
Yes, you need a stage.
Right.
You need a platform.
And once you've captured their attention, you need a home base.
Yes.
A digital HQ, if you will.
I love that. A digital HQ.
Right. where all the action happens.
That's where the magic happens.
Yes. Your campaign page is your chance to lay it all out there. A clear and concise project description,
Yes.
well-defined funding goals,
Make them specific.
and a breakdown of how that money will be used.
Transparency is key.
Transparency, very important. And a realistic timeline
Keep them in the loop.
to keep everyone in the loop. Oh, and we can't forget about those all-important rewards.
Ah, the reward.
Right.
Everybody loves a good reward.
After all, who doesn't love a little something extra for showing their support?
Exactly. And that's where the tiered rewards come in. So
Okay.
you got to add that extra layer of incentive
Yes.
for those feeling extra generous.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about these tiers.
Okay, so let's say somebody comes in with a small donation. Maybe they get a shout out on social media.
Okay.
Maybe a virtual high five from the team.
I love it.
But then you have those who really want to go all in, right?
Yeah.
They want to show their support in a big way.
The big spenders.
The big spenders, that's where you unlock exclusive content,
Okay.
early access,
Love it.
maybe even a piece of the project itself.
Wow.
So it's about creating that win-win scenario, right?
Yes.
Your backers feel valued and you inch closer to making that dream a reality.
Okay, so we've laid the groundwork.
Yes.
We've built our digital fortress.
We're ready to launch.
And now it's time to make some noise.
Spread the word.
Spread the word far and wide. Tell me more about this soft launch strategy I keep hearing about.
Okay, so the soft launch. Think of it like a sneak peek before the main event.
I like it.
A chance to test the waters
Okay.
with your most trusted allies.
So your inner circle.
Inner circle, friends, family, maybe some colleagues who have always championed your work.
Okay.
Those who will give you honest feedback.
So like a test screening for a movie.
Exactly.
But instead of popcorn and comfy seats, we're talking valuable feedback and those crucial early contributions.
100%. This initial phase is all about gathering those insightful reactions,
Okay.
fine-tuning your pitch,
Yeah.
making sure everything is polished to perfection before you unleash it upon the world.
That's like a dress rehearsal.
Exactly.
Before the big opening night, making sure every line lands, every cue is perfect, and that audience is left wanting more.
You got to leave them wanting more.
Welcome back. Now, before we get totally swept away by the excitement of launching this campaign,
Right, yeah.
we need to talk about the nuts and bolts,
Yes.
the behind-the-scenes stuff that can make or break.
Right.
Even the most brilliant idea.
This is important. This is the stuff people don't always think about.
Right.
But it's crucial.
Yeah. And we got to be practical.
Absolutely. Got to be practical. One often overlooked aspect is the financial side.
Okay.
Understanding the financial side of these platforms, because
Yeah, they're businesses, right?
they're businesses. They're providing a service. Platforms come with fees, just like any other service. And those fees can range from a small percentage to, a more significant chunk of your raised funds.
Right. And it can really add up.
Oh, yeah. It can make a big difference.
Especially when you hit those higher numbers.
Exactly.
It's like that moment when you found the perfect item online. You're so excited. You get to the checkout. You're ready to click buy. And then, bam!
Shipping and handling.
Those pesky fees just pop up.
Yep. There it is.
Right. And suddenly that too good to be true deal.
Not so much anymore.
Right. Doesn't seem quite as sweet.
Exactly. Exactly. That's why
Gotta read the fine print, right?
you gotta read the fine print. You gotta compare platforms.
Yeah.
You gotta factor those fees into your funding goal right from the get-go.
From the beginning.
Right from the beginning. Don't let those hidden costs derail your entire budget.
Yeah, don't let them throw your entire budget out of whack.
Out of whack.
Another thing, and this is something I think a lot of people don't really think about, is the time commitment involved.
Oh, 100%. People underestimate this all the time.
Campaign management.
Campaign management.
Yeah.
Yes, it's huge. It's so easy to get caught up in that initial excitement of hitting the launch button.
Yeah, everyone's like, we're live, we're live.
We're live, we did it. But the work really begins when those donations start rolling in.
Yes.
When that comment section is buzzing with questions.
You've got to stay on top of it.
You've got to stay on top of it.
Because you've got people, they're excited. They want to know what's going on.
Exactly.
They've invested.
They've given you their hard-earned money. They want to see what's happening.
They want to be a part of it.
Absolutely.
And you're responsible for communicating that back to them.
You're the point person.
You're juggling the updates, the emails, maybe even a media request or two.
Oh, yeah, it can be a lot.
It can be a lot.
It can be a full-time job, for sure.
It's like hosting a party. The real work starts after the guests arrive,
I
right?
see a great analogy. That's exactly what it is.
Right. Suddenly you're topping up drinks, you're keeping the music pumping, you're making sure everyone's having a good time.
You're the host with the most.
You are. You are the host. You're running around.
Making sure everything runs smoothly.
Exactly. Keeping that energy up.
Absolutely.
That's campaign management.
Exactly. And that's why our sources, they really emphasize the importance of proactive communication.
Yes.
Transparency with your backers, and a realistic understanding of the time commitment involved.
Right. Don't go into this thinking,
It can be...
I could just set it and forget it.
No.
No, right. Because it's not...
It's an ongoing process.
It's about setting those expectations early on.
Yes.
Both for yourself and for your supporters.
100%.
Yeah.
Transparency is key.
Okay. Shifting gears a bit.
Okay.
Let's talk about data privacy.
Okay.
Because with so much information flying around online these days,
Yes.
it just feels more important than ever.
It's paramount, especially in this day and age.
Right.
Absolutely.
So tell me, why is it so important in the context of these social financing campaigns?
Okay, so when you're handling contributions, even small ones, you're handling sensitive data.
Okay.
This is people's information.
And it's not just about protecting credit card numbers. It's about respecting your backers' privacy and being transparent about how their information is used and stored. You're building that digital fortress around your project,
Okay.
making sure everyone feels safe and secure inside.
Like, you wouldn't leave the doors to your house wide open
No.
with a sign that says, free stuff inside. Come on in.
Right. Help yourself. No way.
No, you would not do that.
Not unless you want to get cleaned out.
Exactly.
Exactly. So
Oh.
choosing a reputable platform, that's key.
Yes.
With robust security measures, that's paramount.
Vet them, right.
You got to vet them. You're entrusting them with valuable information, yours and your backers.
Do your research.
Do your research. Don't cut corners when it comes to data security.
It's all about building that trust and transparency. Right.
100%.
Showing your backers that you've got their backs,
Yes.
just like they've got yours.
That's what it's all about.
Now, I'm curious,
Yeah.
beyond the obvious metric of hitting our funding goal,
Okay.
how do we measure the success of a social financing campaign?
That is a great question. And it's something that a lot of people, they struggle with, right? Because while financial success, yeah, it's fantastic.
It's great.
It's great to hit your goal.
It's exciting.
It's exciting, but it's not the only measure,
Okay.
right? Think about the community you've built,
Yeah, the people you've connected with
the people you've connected with,
who believe in what you're doing.
the awareness that you've raised for your project,
Yes.
and the valuable lessons that you've learned along the way.
Right. Sometimes you learn more from the things that, maybe don't go perfectly according to the plan.
100%. Sometimes the detours are where the real magic happens.
It's like they say, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey.
Exactly. Exactly. Maybe you didn't reach your initial funding target, right?
Okay.
But you gained these valuable insights.
Yeah.
You refined your approach.
You pivoted.
You pivoted,
Okay.
and you built a dedicated community around your idea. That in itself is success.
It's about embracing the learning curve, right?
Absolutely.
Adapting and using those experiences to fuel your future endeavors.
100%. Every campaign, whether it's, a smashing success or, it doesn't quite hit the mark.
Right.
It's an opportunity for growth, for learning, for connecting with those people who resonate with your vision.
I love that.
And that's priceless.
It is priceless.
Okay.
Welcome back to the deep dive.
Ah,
We've covered a lot of ground here.
we have.
The strategy.
Yes.
The planning.
The pitfalls.
The potential
Yes.
pitfalls. But now let's get to, I think, the really fun part.
Okay.
The inspiration.
Right, because
Mhm.
inspiration is key, right? Nothing fires up that creative spirit
Yes.
like seeing some real-world examples
Okay.
of social financing done right.
So tell me, what kind of success stories are we talking about? Give me the inside scoop.
Okay, so our sources, they are jam-packed,
Yes.
bursting with examples.
Okay.
And these examples, they span a spectrum as diverse as the projects themselves, right?
Okay.
We're talking indie films that totally captivated audiences
Right.
with their raw authenticity,
Right.
cutting-edge gadgets that, push the boundaries of innovation,
Okay.
community initiatives that brought, neighbors together.
Yeah, I love that.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you have those social impact ventures that are tackling some of the world's most pressing challenges.
Wow. It's incredible to think
Of
that
the single
Goal platform can empower
right.
such a wide
So much potential.
range of dreams.
It's really inspiring.
It really is.
Mhm.
Is there like a common thread
Okay.
that connects
Yeah.
these successful campaigns?
That's a great question.
Is there, like, a secret sauce?
Well, remember that whole compelling narrative thing we talked about?
Yes.
The ability to really weave a story that resonates.
Yes.
That's where it all begins.
Okay.
For example, I was reading about this documentary filmmaker who used Kickstarter to fund their film about endangered sea turtles. Oh, wow.
Right.
Okay.
And their campaign video, it wasn't just like a dry explanation of the project, you know.
Right, right.
This was an emotional roller coaster. It
Yeah.
brought viewers face to face with these majestic creatures
Wow.
and showed them the very real threats that they face.
So they tapped into that, like, that universal
Yes.
love for animals.
That's it.
That desire to protect the planet.
Absolutely.
Smart.
Because they understood. They knew their audience.
Yes.
They knew that people, you know, we connect with stories. We
Right.
connect with emotions. People are more likely to, you know, open up their wallets
Yeah.
when they feel emotionally connected to a cause.
Yes.
When they see themselves as like part of the solution.
It's about making that personal connection.
Yes.
Showing the human impact behind the project. 100%.
Now I'm curious, beyond that initial
Okay.
wave of support, right? You get that initial bump.
Yes.
How do these successful campaigns keep that momentum going?
Okay, so it's all about building a sense of shared ownership,
Okay.
right? A lot of these really successful campaigns, they involve their backers every step of the way,
Right.
from like seeking input on design elements to offering exclusive like behind the scenes updates.
So it's like those
Yes.
early access
Yeah.
video games
Yeah, exactly.
where players can actually provide feedback
Yes.
and help shape the
That's
final product before it's released.
it's about creating a community.
Yes.
Making those backers feel like they're not just, throwing money at a project.
Right.
They're part of a team.
I love it. Right. A movement.
It's that sense of collaboration and shared purpose
Yes.
that really sets this apart.
Absolutely.
Now, for those listening who are like ready,
Yes.
they are ready to take the plunge
boy.
to launch their own
Yes.
social financing adventure.
Let's do it.
What resources are out there to help them navigate this exciting
Okay.
but sometimes overwhelming world?
Okay. So one of the sources we looked at, it offers this like treasure trove of resources.
Okay.
It's amazing. It's like a starter kit
Okay.
for aspiring crowdfunders.
Mhm.
We're talking templates for, crafting that killer campaign page
Right.
checklist to make sure you've, dotted your I's and crossed your T's.
The nitty-gritty.
The nitty-gritty, and even links to courses and workshops
And what?
where you can actually connect with seasoned pros. Okay.
And get some insights from their experience.
So it's like having a personal guide
Exactly.
through the social financing jungle.
Through the jungle.
Right.
Yeah.
Helping you navigate those twists and turns
100%.
and emerge victorious on the other side.
You got it.
Okay. So before we wrap up our deep dive,
Okay.
any final words of wisdom
Okay.
for our listeners who might be feeling that spark of inspiration,
Yes.
but are still a little hesitant
Okay.
to take that leap of faith?
I hear you.
Yeah.
It can be scary. But here's the thing.
Okay.
Don't let fear be the anchor.
Ooh, I like that.
That holds you back
Oh, right.
from exploring these uncharted waters.
Okay.
The beauty of social financing lies in its ability to connect you
Okay.
with a community
Yes.
that shares your passion,
I love that.
that believes in your vision.
Yes. And that's such an important reminder.
It's huge.
It's not always about reaching that final destination.
Exactly.
Right. It's about the experiences, the connections,
The journey.
and the growth
Yes.
that happens along the way.
100%. And who knows?
Yeah.
That project that you've been dreaming of,
Yes.
that idea that sets your soul on fire,
Yes.
it might be closer than you think.
On that inspiring note,
Yes.
we wrap up our deep dive into this amazing world,
The dynamic world.
this dynamic world of social financing.
Yes.
We hope this journey has equipped you
Absolutely.
with the knowledge, the inspiration,
Tools
the tools, yes,
to connections.
the connections, and
Yes.
the confidence
Yes.
to turn your own dreams into reality.
You got this.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.